Good evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Ashley McDowell. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories. A high school is sent into lockdown after receiving a threat. We have the details. Also tonight, CHCC releases the results of the second person tested for the coronavirus on Saipan. And lawmakers make a friendly plea to lenders in creating a relief plan. In sports, practice games are over. Time to move on to the real deal. Stay with us. These stories and more are next.
My family is on whole home Wi-Fi powered by Plume.
Since we installed the Docomo whole home Wi-Fi, what did you guys notice about it?
When you pull up the driveway, it automatically connects, and I don't have to get out of my car right away and come upstairs to go on my phone.
My favorite thing is that it doesn't buffer when I'm watching YouTube.
My favorite thing is that when Addie calls now, there's no lag. Like before it used to be where I couldn't see her sometimes and I have to hang up and then call her back, and now I don't have to do that.
You know what's a good thing too is that when you come over to visit, I could give you your own password. I can assign a time limit so that I can say that you can only be on it for 1 hour, so that means you won't get in trouble from your mom.
And then you could go home.
The thing that I love the most is that I can freeze the internet for periods of time so that we can enjoy dinner time like this. Right, rolling your eyes. So I'll turn it back on after dinner. Whole home Wi-Fi powered by Plume. Docomo Pacific, better together.
At one of Saipan's beaches, this mother lays about 100 eggs under the cover of darkness. She hides her nest as best she can and then slowly makes her way back to the ocean. The eggs hatch and the babies head for the sea, where they will face a daily dose of danger. Just 1 in 1,000 will make it to adulthood. Those that do will one day lay their own eggs. Sea turtles are protected under sea NMI law. If you see one that is stranded or if you see illegal activity, call the hotline at 287-8537.
Half a day, Tirawami, and good evening, Commonwealth. Today is Friday, March 6th, 2020. An email threat sends Mariana High School into lockdown this morning. Around 12:45 p.m., the Department of Public Safety received a report of an email threat from a Mariana's High School student email account. Students, teachers, and staff were sent into lockdown as federal and local law agencies conducted an extensive search through the campus, each classroom, and every student.
Around that time, all students were searched. We were looking for anything that was weapons or anything that we could find that would be of danger to other students and other people in the surrounding. Fortunately, we did not recover any weapons during this search. No student was apprehended during this time, and no personnel was apprehended as well.
Around 2:53 p.m., the all clear was given and the lockdown was lifted, allowing students to be released.
The reason why that also it kind of took a lot of time is because there's numerous classrooms, and in those numerous classrooms, each law enforcement officer has to conduct a thorough search of the students' belongings.
At this time, who sent the email and what the email stated has not been released.
As of this time, police are conducting an investigation, further investigation into this case. We are working with PSS and all the other agencies.
This is the second lockdown this year due to an email threat. Cagman High School went into lockdown on January 8th after a threatening email was sent to the principal. Reporting for KSPN, I'm Ashley McDowell. Results for the suspected case of the coronavirus here on Saipan have come back negative. The Commonwealth Healthcare Corporation states there was a suspected case of COVID-19 and a health advisory was released Thursday, March 5th. Through additional clinical assessment and consultation with the Centers for Disease Control, it was shown that additional symptoms were present with the victim that are not consistent with the coronavirus, and the patient has been diagnosed with upper respiratory illness. CHCC states there are a variety of upper respiratory diseases that have similar symptoms to the coronavirus, such as cough, fever, and difficulty breathing. For the latest updates on the virus, follow CHCC's Facebook page or visit chcc.gov.mp/press release. Police officers are still searching for a male that is wanted for trafficking and possessing crystal meth. The Department of Public Safety is seeking your help in locating Juan Sablan Ada, who has been wanted since the beginning of February. An arrest warrant has been issued for Ada's arrest and bail is set at $100,000. Ada is charged with 1 count of possession and 1 count of trafficking a controlled substance, meth. DPS states if Juan Sablan Ada is cited, do not approach. But if you have any information on the whereabouts of Ada, contact 911, or to remain anonymous, contact the CNMI Crime Stoppers at 234-7272. Up to $1,000 is paid to anyone with information leading to an arrest. Due to a 64-hour work schedule for government employees and a 30% cut on private sectors, one lawmaker makes a respectful request to loaning institutions for a relief plan.
Senate Resolution 21-10 was passed unanimously at this morning's Senate session. The resolution, authored by Senator Jude Hofschneider, is a respectful request to all loaning institutions in the Commonwealth to create a type of plan or policy that wouldn't be too hard on their customers with financial struggles.
I do understand that they do have guidelines, but this situation is very serious. I would like to say that the others are also just as serious, but this one it's hard to quantify, hard to tell to what extent or how far it's going to go. We hope that it's going to be settled and in the next couple of months, but we don't want to bank on that when we too are trying to figure out how we're going to address the potential revenue shortfall of the government as indicated by the governor's directive.
Hofschneider says he hopes the process won't take too long, but the resolution does represent the sentiments of Senate members.
I see some press release from CDA and MHC that they're actually asking their clients to come in. And I do know that the loaning institutions, the banks, small financing companies, they do have their own regulations as well. And I'm sure that they're very concerned too, because if they're unable to pay.
This is Sally Lemis for KSPN News.
A declaration of a price freeze has been issued by Governor Ralph Torres to protect residents of the CNMI during the economic downturn from the coronavirus outbreak. Governor Torres declared a state of significant emergency for the CNMI back on January 29, 2020. The governor's office says a price freeze will apply to gasoline, kerosene, diesel, fuel, natural gas, and all other chemical fuels. Prices for food, water, beverages, ice, clothing, flashlights, lamps, lanterns, candles, light bulbs, generators, candle appliances, including barbecue grills, stoves, ovens, refrigerators, and coolers. Construction tools and bedding items will also be included in the freeze. The price freeze will last until canceled by the governor or until the declaration of emergency is terminated, whichever occurs first. Fire season is starting to kick off, and one area was up in flames today. Here are the details. The Department of Fire and Emergency Medical Services were called to a brush fire at the intersection of Flame Tree Road and Asgono Road around 9:34 a.m. Bushes are burning as smoke is filling the air here in Asgono. And while this is the first major wildfire of the year, fire officials tell us this is a common area during the dry season. The brush fire continued to move south. DFEMS states Engine 2 and Forestry 5 used a total of 2,500 gallons of water to extinguish the brush fire. About 4 acres of brush was burned. No injuries were reported from the fire. Coming up, preparations are underway for the first garden project of Susupi. More details after the break.
Mom, are you sure? What about the shutters? And do you have your medicine?
Don't worry about us, love, okay? You take good care of yourself. Hi, my love. Yeah, sorry. The power went out, so I had to light up all the candles. Yeah. Yes, baby, yeah. I'm just glad our home phone's working and we're able to contact you.
Try a double Filet-O-Fish sandwich for double the flavor, just in time for Lent, for limited time, served after 10:30 a.m.
Welcome back to the Channel 2 News. Residents of Susupi Village may now enjoy and be involved in their first ever community garden. Sally Lemus reports.
The Community Garden Project is spearheaded by the Board of Parole and the Northern Mariana Crees. The intent of this project is to bring the community together and promote healthy living. Nick Rages, Chief of Parole, says the idea came from Chairman R.B. Komatsu, who wanted to utilize the parolees in these types of community projects.
They're giving back to the community. Some of them are still, they owe the community and the government for community service. So this is where we tap on them and ask them to come in and help out for the betterment of this community.
The project is also greatly supported by the Department of Natural Lands and Resources, who offer their knowledge on agriculture.
On this, what I call a conventional garden, you can plant the corn, sweet corn, eggplant, okra, cucumber, tomatoes, sweet potatoes, all those kind of crops. Now we have 4 planter boxes where they can utilize it to plant their hot pepper, their green onions, their chives, their lettuce. And those are some of the seeds that I have in hand right now that I will be giving out to the community to plant in this special garden that they're going to have.
Having a backyard garden is great, but it is also important to understand the proper caring of trees.
The purpose for Cinema Forestry to be part of this garden is to identify the people how about tree proper caring. Without tree proper caring, they won't know, like for example, we plant a talisay. They won't know if it's good near the house or how far would be away from the house. That's very important because after we have typhoons, we don't want the tree to fall on top of their house.
The project has drawn the attention of earth lovers who just wants the best for the islands.
Well, this project aims to bring our communities together, and aside from bringing the community together, it's beneficial to the CNMI because it pushes towards sustainability, and it in general just benefits the CNMI, and it's just a step towards making the CNMI a more sustainable place.
Representative Tina Sablon, who is just from down the block from the garden, expresses her gratitude and excitement of the project.
This garden, I think, will be a real source of pride for the residents of Precinct 2 and especially of Susupi Village. And we see in this a great opportunity to collaborate with our agency partners at NMC Crease, the Mayor's Office, the DLNR, and the Board of Parole, of course, and also with the residents. And we're really hoping that the people who live here will take ownership and pride in this garden, and this is because of all the economic challenges that we're dealing with now. This is also a good opportunity to learn some self-sufficiency and how to grow your own food in this community garden and also at home.
The public is welcome to attend a free community garden workshop on March 7th at the Kanoa Resort at 8 a.m. It will be followed by the planting of specialty crops and the opening of the agroforest garden at the Susupi Community Garden.
I do want to give a special shout out to the mayor's office for assisting. They responded very quickly. We found some debris, a lot of debris actually, in the lot adjacent to this garden, and there were a lot of concerns about vermin possibly entering into the garden area, and that wouldn't be good for the crops. And so they responded really quickly, and as you can see, there's a lot of work happening. The parolees and some other community members helped haul out the waste and the debris and segregated it, but we really needed the equipment and the manpower to actually remove it. So I just want to give a special shout out to the mayor's office and thank them for their support too.
Reporting for KSPN, I'm Sally Lemis.
On Guam, the coronavirus spending bill passed the U.S. Congress, and Governor Leon Guerrero expresses her hope to get Guam's fair share of the funds. KUAM has the story.
Hafenei Sinamai, here's what's making news on Guam. Governor Leon Guerrero welcomed the passage of the coronavirus spending bill. She said it will be a great help to the territories, and she wants to make sure that Guam gets its fair share of the billions in funding.
I went through the bill, and there's some really good funding sources and grants to be given to the territories, to help with the cost of monitoring, scanning, preventive measures, getting all prepared, supplies, and so forth.
A bill passed by the House of Representatives also provides for economic assistance to businesses that are impacted by the outbreak. It includes emergency low-interest loans through the Small Business Administration.
It's a disaster loan program from the, like you said, the Small Business Association, so administration. So that would be very helpful with our economy here. Also, GITA also does have programs, and I was talking to GITA, and they're going to again aggressively encourage people to do the small business community initiative programs, which also is providing a funding source, lending source to our small business.
The governor mentioned a relief plan for local businesses during a speech Wednesday at the Pandemic Response Plan work session. The complete details are still being worked on. And it looks like Congressman Michael Sanicholas's H.R. 1365 won't be passing the House this week. A House of Representatives session agenda for this week obtained by KUAM shows the delegates' technical corrections bill is nowhere to be found. 1365 passed the Senate, but a section added in the House giving the measure a Congressional Budget Office score was removed by the Senate. Since that section was removed, the bill was sent back down to the House for approval before it can be sent to the President for approval or veto. Sanicholas did not respond when we asked if the removal of the section added in the House would present any problem with 1365's passage. Sanicholas had also said the local war claims program would jeopardize 1365's passage. The technical corrections bill would allow war claims payment through a federal process using Guam's Section 30 funds. Stay connected via our KUAM mobile news app, follow us on any of the social media platforms, and sign up for our weekly email newsletter, KUAM Digital Digest, on KUAM.com. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Nestor LeConte.
Stay tuned after the news tonight for our special segment of Vintage News. This one takes us back to April 16th, 1993. The man who was reported missing after going spearfishing with two friends off Tonopog Reef was found dead, floating on the waters a few miles east of Managaha Island. And Saipan lawmakers tried to find middle ground with the zoning board in allowing the preservation of cultural, lifestyle, and economic growth for the Commonwealth.
Thank you, Ashley. All right, coming up, it's time to kick it up. You know, the weekend and all that fun. Fun Time Sports is next.
You deserve more.
I know it's been hard. Come on, let's go for a ride.
Hi, welcome to Dow Rent to Own.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now this feels like home.
Dial Rent to Own. Making lives better since 1987.
Welcome to the Marianas Eye Institute. Our office on Beach Road is staffed with U.S. certified eye care technicians, doctors that have received national recognition, and a friendly, professional staff that will look after you and your loved ones. With over 1,200 eyeglass frames to choose from and an in-house lab, we can make most glasses in about an hour. And we even feature a mobile clinic to bring eye care to you. Keep your eyes healthy and strong with professional eye care at the Marianas Eye Institute.
Buenas sports fans. Buenas sports fans, the opening of the 2020 Little League baseball season has been moved from tomorrow to Saturday, March the 14th. The fields are getting fitter for hardball. Boys high school basketball closed out its regular season yesterday afternoon, not with a whimper, but with a bang. Hard foul, not intentional, not really funny, but you know how boys are. Taichika's Shu makes the free throw. Irvin Villarin congratulates him. No easy buckets inside between Agape Christian School and Saipan Southern High. But just because it's from outside doesn't always mean that it's easy. Outside okay for Irvin. He hits from the deep. Manta Rays one three-pointer better than the Torchbearers yesterday, 32-29, as they finish as the second seed. Sean Garcia, the short shot for MHS3 against MCS2. More from MHS3, Kirby Mangati to Freddie Policeman to Flo Richards. MHS3 swarms MCS2, 37-15 championship to be decided in the weekend of March 13th and 14th. Undefeated Mount Carmel will go in as number 1 seed. More of who did what to whom. That's from the 3rd grade English class. Loose ball, you think these boys wanted it? Yes, they did, especially Taichika's Chu. Agape Christian School coming out strong against MHS3. Agape's Taichika's. The nice fake, the spin, and in. He exercises his free will. He was the best player on the court in this game. Miko Torres igniting a rare breakaway for MHS3, and he finds Flo Richards under the basket for a banker. MHS3 was whooping it up. ACS fast break attack. Stephen Wang, left-handed layup. It was all Agape, 25-11. Hey, relax. The Azuzu are in the house. Winnow J. Willie on the move. Oh, no, they needed that. Cagman High 3 needed that. Edison Viana, nice block for the MHS JVs. He's a player on the rise. Defense, offense, he does it all. MHS JVs win 34-17. Games here, games there, games everywhere these days. The TSL Sports Complex getting a good workout. Skills and smiles on display there at the TSL Gym in Gualarai every Sunday afternoon for this, the Dove Women's Masters League on Sunday afternoons. Matanza in Mellow Yellow got a couple of goals from Atlantic Karate and one from Valerie Hofschneider to outclass Tan Holdings FC there in green. Luz Relesio chipped in Tan Holdings' sole goal of the game. And now, a KSPN2 salute to our top 4 plays of the week. And this week, they're coming from Dan, Susupe, and Cobreville. Coming in at number 4, Asahi shortstop goes out to make the overhead catch. James, the top play, number 4. Coming in at number 3, Julianne Capayas knocks in that goal for the middle school champions, Hopwood Elite High. Coming at number 2, Oldie Roligat to Gabriel Sacramento to Brian Bernardo. Sharing is caring. And the KSPN2 Sports Top Play of the Week, Andrew Omalau. He runs across the goalie box. He turns. He scores. Even veterans were impressed. What'd you think of that?
That was a great goal. That was a great goal.
Here's the windup and the pitch.
I don't believe what I just saw.
So what are you going to do this year? At Gold's, a dedicated fitness studio with a cushioned floor is perfect for group exercise. The cardio room features a variety of treadmills, bikes, steppers, and ellipticals. Fitness machines will help you achieve your goals, and the largest free weight area on Saipan gives you comfortable space to work out. Gold's Gym team is ready to help you get to your goals. Try harder. We know you can do it.
Traveling or laying over on Guam? Don't wait around. Zip into Guam Adventures Zipline Park inside the Hilton Resort and Spa. Guides will take you through a series of zips, starting with a mountain course and then zip over the ocean with spectacular views of Tumon Bay. 6 zip lines in all deliver a thrilling experience, and it's family friendly, so bring the kids ages 6 and up. You'll love the security of double lines and a new braking system to make riding smoother. The towers are named after the islands in the Marianas. We call it the Island Hopper. Your guides will teach you what you need to know to soar through the jungle with a bird's eye view. Best of all, for residents of Saipan, Tinian, and Rota, you can book this experience at 20% savings. Log on to GuamAdventures.com and during checkout, use offer code HAFA20. Book it and zip it today. We'll even pick you up. Our high temperature today was 88, the low 75, humidity 55%. Now this weekend, sunny skies with some fresh trades coming in from the east, 10 to 20 miles an hour, high 88, low 76. Seas moderate out there, 5 to 7 feet. Always beware of rip currents. Sunrise 6:30, high tide 6:48, low tide 12:11, sunset at 6:26.
Thank you, Bob.
You're certainly welcome. It's nice to have nice weather reports like this. We got really nice weather, but it's warming up. But it's still nice. Go to the beach.
And hopefully this weekend is just as nice.
Yeah, a lot of outdoor activities this weekend.
Yeah, there are.
Saturday and Sunday, and it's going to be good weather, so partake.
Yes,
enjoy yourself.
I'll be partaking tomorrow, but when does the weekend start?
Well, I'm going to partake the weekend starting right now.
Right now. Have a great rest of your weekend.
Good night.